welcome to the SOH podcast. I'm your host, Amy, and these are your co-hosts, Alex and Wendy.
Hello.
Hello. First test run.
Okay. You're supposed to drink.
Okay, go.
Are you gonna count now? Okay.
3, 2, 1.
So,
Anyways.
so how we met is through work. We all worked in the same place, retail.
Okay, so I don't think the job itself as retail is too difficult. I think more of the people make it a horrible job. I don't know about you, anybody else.
Yeah, it's pretty much everywhere.
Everywhere you go, you have to deal with people.
Any
job that requires customer service.
Like I had so many like. What's like the one thing honestly with like you were over it?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's just the customer service itself. Like to not with customer service will be like a warehouse, something not to deal with other people.
So like have you ever had like one that ruined your day completely?
Yeah, hold on.
Like you ask him for his account, and he's like, whose account was it under? And he's like, no say.
I don't remember.
I don't remember that.
You don't remember?
Is it the one?
Is it the one that?
You get the phone number, and then you got the number, right? And you just wanted to verify his name, but he didn't know whose account it was.
Yeah, I think
it's the one that
it was like
quería pagar, quería cancelar.
cancel
The line. He was just trying to pay his bill, which I don't know. Cancelar and pay a bill is not the same.
So like
Pero it was.
you never know what to talk about when they
No, pero también era ahí de abajo, de abajo, como de Venezuela o I don't know. Después de eso llegó la señora que también quería cancelar su libro. By the time already knew quiere pagar su vida, I just wanted to make sure. She's like, yeah. She came in saying, oh, I want to cancel my
like,
but I guess like they cancelar para like
I don't know.
It's bad. Like I was kind of confused too. Like cancelar, just cancel the real line. Hey, you know, just didn't make sense to me. So I was dealing with the when I was asking him about the account. He said, oh, no me sé el nombre de la cuenta. And at the end, he tried to pay the bill. But yeah, that's
¿Cómo se su nombre de la cuenta? No sé qué es eso. ¿Cómo tiene la? No sé. ¿Cómo se llama?
Yeah. It was just not just communication. I want to say it was just the words they use, the language they use is different from like here.
Anyways, nah. But honestly,
citizenship.
huevo. That shit was horrible, man. They had me at the border patrol, like the little checkpoint. They had me there for 2 damn hours.
Did they make you
on the
Yes.
Oh,
They made me go inside. Yes.
I'm like, come on.
It's my English. I know it's ain't that bad, man.
Well, I mean, they don't go based on like the English.
Because I mean,
nowadays,
most
look at Wendy.
It's fucking illegal.
You know how to speak English?
I guess they just don't go based on that.
Yeah.
But
I had my birth
que no es como
certificate. They
antes.
couldn't believe me. They still didn't believe me. Birth certificate and everything.
I don't know. I've never been to.
Well,
It's
Not that I've never been to. I was there when I was little, but I've never been.
Es que I don't and they were like, nah, this kid's gotta be illegal.
no
Además, papeles que tienen papeles que bueno.
You had otro customer story?
Let's see.
Well, it's mainly old people.
Yes.
Oh, that dude just came in.
That was trying to make a call and
he was
on
on
the
the
calculator app.
calculator app.
Man, that's the stupidest shit ever, bro. I was like, he was like, oh, my phone isn't working. I can't make calls. I'm like, okay, let me check. What's wrong with your phone? He opens the odds, and the first thing he's on, fucking starts typing. And I'm like, sir, that's the calculator. You can't make calls in the calculator. And then I fucking, alright, like, let me help you out. That's I'll help him out with all.
Mira el teléfono, Alex.
Okay.
I was about to say that.
Yeah. I'm a really nice guy and everything, right? So ahí de volada le enseñé todo y ya le puse like a phone app para que haya más. And instead of typing in a phone number, he types in 44 and makes a call. I'm just like, what's wrong? What's wrong with you? Did you go wrong?
Yeah.
When I heard,
because I was
there, and
I just overheard that
he was trying
to dial a number, and then I just heard Alex say,
but you
haven't dialed the number, sir.
I don't know if you
remember.
Yeah.
It's just
Because he put in 44 and press call. And I was like, come on. I've had a lot of angry customers at me, but I think the one that has the most awkward ones will be Wendy.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Tell us about those customers
we had. And it's always just you, man.
A lot of pornography and nudes. Okay, well, I had this old guy. He seemed like a very sweet old guy. He just came in because he needed data transferring his stuff from his old phone to a new phone he got. So I was like, yeah, I'll help you, no problem. And then I got that done, and then it was time for me to check if everything transferred. So I checked the contacts, all that was good, the apps, everything was good. And then I got to the photos. And then I checked his photos and nudes. All his fucking nudes, and I was like, I know.
Why do you always get those?
Yeah. I've done my
was not just nudes. He had a younger girl giving him oral sex.
Oh, man.
And I was like,
why do you always get those? Ever thought about, like, is it just a luck?
Well, ever since then, I just tell people to check their stuff. Once I transfer, I no longer ask anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I've had my few customers, but not like as much as you. Girl.
I was like, ¿Quién lo viera, señor?
Yeah,
He seemed like very sweet, and then
have you ever gotten those, like, Alex?
And then he came like a second and third time again because he kept getting a new phone, and I was like, check your stuff.
He just wanted
and it was always with me.
It's because he wanted you to look
at
them.
Yes,
no.
They're like, aquí está mi Wendy. Aquí están las fotos. Mira, tengo que enseñar.
I did not need to see that.
I've only ever seen that like once or twice. Not at Crosby.
But at the other store.
A lot of pornography. Whenever they come in with their, the guy comes in with their wife, and they're like, oh, tengo virus en el teléfono, me sale mucho esto y esto.
Beatles?
Like Beatles, que le sale virus.
Oh, virus!
I've never heard Beatles before. That's a new one.
Es virus! Un virus!
Oh!
I feel like you're saying like
Beatles! Beatles.
Whoa, Beatles!
Beatles.
It's not with the B.
Yeah.
Beatles.
Beatles. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's funny.
Es un virus.
No, nosotros, ella.
No, ustedes no entienden. Es un virus.
Okay, I guess.
And then he was like, no sé por qué me sale esto y esto. And then I went to his Chrome. Y era puro porno. Puro porno. And then that was causing him to get all the fucking ads y todo eso. Y la señora muy preocupada en que, me le puedes limpiar y así. And I just looked at the guy like, you know what you're doing. Like, like, come on now. Lo hubiera acabado.
Yes.
Yes, you should.
Yeah,
try
Y
it.
luego el otro customer también, the recent one, que la señora estaba ahí, su esposa, y que tú le hiciste así con el teléfono y que tenía todo ahí.
el que no podía hablar.
Ándale, creo que sí, dijiste así.
No, pero I feel bad por ese señor porque cuando le abrí el tab y que salió su porno, está ahí la señora al lado de él. And then, pues no podía hablar, so se puso a pujar. Like he was trying to speak. Like saying, oh no, it's like sorry, no sé, yo le entendí eso. Y me dio, I feel bad for him because like.
Era mudo, ¿verdad? Era mudo.
But you shouldn't feel bad, because, I mean,
He couldn't hear it. He
why
couldn't-
did
I mean,
he leave it
couldn't talk.
open?
I don't know, es que.
I mean, you just open it, close it, make sure you close the tabs.
Well,
That's like-
es que era ahí enfrente de su
Nah, that was
esposa.
horrible, bro.
No, pues sabe cómo le fue en su casa.
That's crazy. Any other
And
crazy
Matt,
customer?
how do they get mad at each other? Did they just go like, no?
I
they
think
can't
the
fuck-
sandwich-
they're gonna-
Pues la señora como que le despistó and she just kind of like
So-
laugh and kind of like.
So
you
both
know.
of them couldn't talk, right?
Pues la señora tampoco.
No, that's right. They both couldn't talk,
Yeah.
right? So how do you think they argue with each other? They're just doing like Naruto
Whatever.
hand signs and shit. Fucking boom, 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 boom. Fucking like, like I said, I always have the customers that get angry. Like she gets the point, but I get the fucking angry ones.
Oh my, which one's worse? No, I get the nudes too, and that's like I don't want to.
Like the most recent guy I had, he was like a fucking handful. Yeah, well, another one of our coworkers. I'm not gonna say his name, right? He made a mistake. So it was a $4 mistake, $4 mistake, and the guy was making a big deal out of it. And for like $4, okay, whatever. He was telling me like oh, you know, like what can you do to help me? And I'm like, oh, I'm telling him all the options I can do. I can give him, you know, I'm very limited what we can do at our work. We can only do so much, obviously. And I tried helping him out, but he's like, oh, you don't care about me. You don't care about the customer or whatever. I'm like,
No.
at this point, I was already annoyed. I was being a little bit like a smart ass. I'm like, sir, I care about you. I was like, sir, I care about you. You can't say
You
that.
know damn well.
You don't care about. And he was like, oh, I got the money. Look, I have the money. And I'm like, sir, nobody said you didn't have money.
Well, I mean,
And he was like,
it's
he's like, you're just trying to make me feel stupid. And I'm like, nobody's saying you're stupid.
Oh, la morenita that gave you attitude.
Which one? Which out of all of them?
Well, the one that was married to a widow.
Oh yes.
That you're
And
like, if you don't, ¿cómo le dijiste?
I'm like, there was this like the most bitchiest person alive. Honestly, I felt bad for the husband. I felt extremely bad for him. I could not deal with that every single day. I would fucking, I don't know. But she had like the biggest fucking attitude. She was getting attitude at me and the husband. And I was just like, you know what? If you're not gonna come down, you know, I'm not gonna help you, and I'm done helping you. And then the husband was like, no, she'll come down. We'll deal with it. Me and you. I'm like, all right. So he legit told her to get out of here too. And she stayed, right? She stayed quiet the rest of the time. She didn't talk at all after that, and I appreciate that. But she was a fucking bitch, honestly. The bitchiest customer I've ever had.
I don't think.
I mean,
I don't know. You had worse.
You think so?
You had racism,
Oh yes.
but in previous.
In previous places I've worked at, all under the same company but just different place. I'm a brown proud boy. This old white guy came in here, Caucasian male, an older Caucasian male. He came in here, and he was trying to do something that we couldn't do, right? Because of Ford policy, I could lose my job because of it. He called me the B word. He called me a beaner. He called me, and I was like, damn, man. Never in my life I've been called that way. Never in my life has anybody on purpose to hurt me call me a beaner. And that shit, I was like, damn. I was shell shocked. I don't know if you guys ever been called that way, but like some person?
No,
Because I know,
not really.
I know we say it to each other
I
sometimes.
know I have.
I know we say it to each other sometimes, but that's because we're playing around. But as somebody,
we are allowed to. We're being introduced. So
Yeah.
We're
We're allowed to say that.
Yeah, we are. Well, I'm half.
Yeah,
I've never really had customers like that. Because honestly,
They just call you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just buy it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, I've
Never really had those
customers
bad customers like that. Just
stupid
customers.
I mean,
I
now
mean,
and then, yeah, I get like
one or
two
two
a month,
maybe.
maybe more.
You never get it. It's always us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Always us.
God knows,
man, not to give me a customer like that.
You know,
I lose my fucking job.
when I was young, I didn't think people like that existed. Honestly, I never in my life I would ever think people like that existed. Like you see it on TV, right? Like stupid people on TV. I'm like, oh, it's just TV, right? Nah, people like that exist in person, and you'll see them all in retail, honestly.
Like I said, I mean, I don't even deal with like stupid people, like dumb people. That's pretty much it.
I don't really deal like.
I mean, like a couple news. When I first started my job, I didn't know best, I guess. So I would always just make sure all their pictures were there, and then there were a few now and then pictures.
But no, it's just mainly stupid people asking stupid questions.
But not
bad customers like that.
So, I know we all work together and everything, but like you worked in other places, right? Is this like the first retail job you've had?
Oh no! Not retail, fast food.
Fast food.
Yes.
Fast
food.
I mean, I did have
my customers that were like
bad.
There was one where
I know. It was. I was
in the
night shift. And
they always had me like
in the kitchen making burgers at the front and on the drive-through all the time. But then I was kind of slow. But earlier in that day, they had run out of toys for the Happy Meal. So there's a lady. She came in through the drive-through, and I was taking her order or whatever. And then while I was doing the order, I realized that there was no toys for the kids. So we were like, okay, they just put like 2 cookies each, whatever to make up for it. But no, this woman. So I gave her food, right? And then she's in the drive-thru, and I gave her drinks. Everything was good. And then she stayed there for a while on the drive-thru. And I was like, and I opened the window. I was like, is everything okay? And then she's like, no, we're missing the kids' toys. Oh, I'm sorry. We don't have any toys, so I put as a replacement the 2 cookies on each Happy Meal. I was like, no, I want my toys and this and that. Like if the kids are happy with the cookies, that's it, lady. It's just a fucking toy. But no, this lady started getting an attitude with me, and I don't play like that. So I started yelling at the lady and everything, and then I just I think I grabbed like a drink or the other people's drink. It was a small cup of ice with water, and I threw it to her. And then when I threw it to her, she got all wet and shit, and I just slammed the drive-through window, and I started getting the other drive-throughs order. And when I turned around, because this lady was still in the drive-through, I just turned around, and she throws a fucking cheeseburger at the window. Like, they gotta close the freaking window, bro. Because she threw a freaking burger just for toys.
That she
for
paid
fucking
for.
toys.
The cheeseburger that she paid for.
Yeah. Now the kids say without a freaking cheeseburger because the mom wants to be over a toy. That's crazy to me.
And then
through the burger, I just opened the window and I flicked her off and closed it. I was fed up at that point.
And I just kept wishing that lady would come through the door.
Oh my fucking god, man. I believe you. I believe you.
I do not.
I honestly feel like you would.
Yes.
I know you would.
I guess that's why
God knows me
knows
already
me
on
already
my jobs.
on my jobs.
Not to
Not to like bring me those
people.
people, because
Yeah, you'll be
I
Joe
don't-
right now.
Like yeah,
like
make sure like
you get
your
your
customer service,
but
don't
don't
mistreat
mistreat me because
I'm
I'm
working. I'm
trying to do
for
something
you.
for you, you know?
Like don't
Like
disrespect
don't
me like
disrespect
that.
me
Because
like
I'm
that.
working,
Because I'm
doesn't
working,
mean you can
doesn't
treat
mean
me
you
like
can
that.
treat me like that.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Like yo me voy a
You me
respetar and like
and like
I just deal
I
with
just
people
deal with
like that.
people like that.
Offer a toy.
It's all about that time, man.
Yep.
Honestly, thinking my
Because of the toy. Me, it was more
Me,
like you're not gonna
You're
fucking
not
disrespect
fucking
me like
disrespect
that.
me like that.
Like
Like
I was
being
feeding the kids two freaking cookies, and you're getting mad over a toy, and now you're making me mad because you're disrespecting me and wanting your toys that you don't have. So it's just make it make sense.
self-defense.
Yes. And I was
I was
with the manager,
with the manager, so
she just said,
she just
girl,
said,
she
"Girl, she was crazy."
I was like,
I was like, I know.
Do you think customer service is worse, like working for food or the where you currently are? I say with food, right? Because people are so picky with their food.
yeah.
Yeah,
I would say with the food, but
Like you have a bad day and you just want to get your food, man, and then something happens.
see, but I don't understand that though.
though.
That's just being, I don't know.
I don't know.
Como que la gente ya se siente con su comida.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, and I don't want
and I don't want
tomatoes, and I
tomatoes,
want
and I
everything
want
fresh. And I
And
understand. I want the tomatoes, and then I get it. If we're slow, yeah, I think that.
I'm a really
But
picky guy.
if you've never worked in fast food, you've never worked in fast food.
fast food.
I've never worked in fast food.
Makes sense.
Makes sense.
Makes sense.
Alex.
No,
No,
try working
at
at
a
a
fast
fast
food.
food.
I think you're gonna
change
change how you
order.
Not in fast food.
And
Carly said, yeah, it's not the same.
it's not the same.
It's not the same.
It's pretty close.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
It's pretty close.
Fast food, you have to be preparando, despachando, taking drive-through, y luego
You're busy and you're just trying to get all these customers their food, you know. So you're just making the burgers and you don't sometimes you don't ask for the tomatoes,
you know.
So they just
So they just put them
you
in.
make a
You make a burger with tomatoes and they come.
What is this burger with tomatoes? I have tomatoes. And just put them to the side. Just
Because you can
no, you cannot. No, you cannot. No, it's the same. Just take out the
Condiments, yes.
he eats the best.
No, you're trying to
like scrape
ketchup with
ketchup with the
I
mustard. I understand that.
This is
Eso sí se
Not
queda.
for-
Not for lettuce,
onions
and stuff.
Well, I don't mind vegetables. I just don't like the condiments. And pickles. I hate pickles.
You can take off the pickle.
No, the pickle taste. I've got some trips. Y dando Chick-fil-A sandwich. And you know,
with the
you ice scrape or like I cut the chicken where the pickles were touching, and I just eat one of the buns, and like I've done that.
When you got your Wendy's order wrong.
Oh my god.
You guys I see the Wendy's.
Yes, Wendy. We can say Wendy.
But that time they gave you the chicken raw, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's already like.
No. They get chicken raw, man. That was
You
horrible.
just had bad experiences with that
Should have sued.
Should have sued. I could have.
Yeah. See.
Ahí había sacado
Yeah.
dinero para agarrar mejor que más.
Oh, that was actually my funnest job I've had. Actually,
Was it your
first job?
it wasn't my first job. No, it was my second job.
What was your first job?
I worked at a gym.
What
So-
What gym?
I worked at a gym. So when I was in college, we had like a kinesiology program, which is basically like work study where you worked at the gym.
Mm-hmm.
So I worked at the gym. Basically, I was just sitting in the front office, just fucking people scanning in. Like when you go like to any like gym
I can't think of one right now.
The one
Planet
you
Fitness.
go to.
The one I go to, Planet
Every
Fitness.
day I can think of one.
Yeah, Planet Fitness. You know the people that just stand there and like, oh, good, how you doing? Oh, bye. That was one of those. It was pretty
Did they
simple.
So you were just feeling the
No, they did not pay good. They paid me minimum wage, $7.25 an hour,
What?
and it was the school too, and they would pay shitty. Thankfully, I had a scholarship, so I didn't have to worry about that. But I didn't have a lot of money for myself.
But I mean, at least you were making some money.
I
Then
was making some money.
nothing.
Yeah, and then after that, that's the butcher. Best job I've had. Conditions and everything was horrible, and I got like a cut in my hand. I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but I have a scar for life that I'll never forget about the job. But I had control over the prices of the meat. So honestly, I would
Free meat for the friends.
yes. My friends would come over and they have like a parrillada, right, which is like a combo of like all types of meat and shit. Usually it's like $70-$80.
That's expensive.
$70-$80 around there. I would put a sticker for $5.
Really?
Yes, I would put a sticker for $5. And I was cool with all the cashiers.
Oh, I was about to ask that. Did the cashiers like never?
No, because I was all cool with them, and one of them had a crush on me. So I would tell them, "Oh, do this," and they would do it. So I would tell them, "Hey, my friend's gonna come. Don't worry about the price. Just scan it." Never. And I did that for like 1 to 2 years almost. And another thing, the managers wouldn't say anything because I would cook. Because we have a little kitchen. I would cook fajita and meat and stuff, and I would take it to them, and they wouldn't tell me anything as long as I gave them a cut. So that was the best job. And during that time, that was about COVID time. The meat was super expensive.
Yeah.
Super expensive.
Yeah,
during that time, yeah.
Not for me. Not for me.
Not for Alex. You can find a way around that.
Did I ask for anything?
No.
Or like feeling like empachado, just like, because I know when you work for fast food, I don't know if you got tired of just smelling.
Not
that.
really.
Not really.
For me,
Oh.
For me, no.
Or like,
I mean,
now when
there.
I was there.
Afterwards,
Afterwards,
like, when I quit,
I
think I don't
remember
the
the last time I bought from that place.
It's been a minute.
It's been a minute.
Well, me personally, I mean, not really. At first, because I was cutting meat, and I was like, damn, this is kind of like weird. They would give me like the whole fucking cow, and I fucking had to cut in the machine. And that shit was like, damn, that's fucking crazy. And sometimes you would see like the chickens, and you would look at their face, and I was
is
like,
that why you don't like eating crawfish? That you
yes.
Oh my god!
'Cause
No wonder.
I would see the chicken's face, man, and I'm like, I gotta do it. I'm sorry, man, but it's my job. And then, like,
What if you're lucky a psychopath? You don't really feel remorse or anything.
I feel
Just
bad.
like,
I feel
that's
bad.
it.
I mean,
I wouldn't.
I would. I did. I felt bad.
I mean,
It's already did though.
That's
Sometimes.
true. Sometimes.
So
they will
So they will still be
when you killed them. Like,
They would never give us.
like,
Yeah.
Tenían un gallinero.
It was a small, like, locally owned, like, store.
So
They like a lot of local stuff,
and a lot of
and a lot of the local stuff wasn't.
You know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
I remember. Well, I don't know if
I should say this. I don't think that's.
I'm not.
I'm not gonna say.
Because most
Because most of the times they come in boxes already dead, and you just cut it up.
But
But there are some times where I had to murder.
I feel like
I would just have to be in the mood for it, to like chase it and kill it. Because I was
doing that. Like I wouldn't be like Alex, like in
an everyday thing.
like just
Chase them and kill them like every day.
This is his job.
I mean, if
I mean, if they were already
dead,
dead, then yeah, I don't really care.
they're dead.
They're dead already. I didn't kill them.
My conscience.
My conscience is clean.
But like to be doing that
every day, chasing fucking chicken and it just
every day.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
no.
I think I would have to be like, maybe I should get a job, like go deal with customers and then
That's como que
Yeah.
chickens.
Yes. Yeah.
Thankfully, I didn't have a lot of like angry customers at that job. It was pretty simple. Just give them the meat. I give them my meat.
Well, see, like I said, it's not the
Everybody
same.
loves my meat. So yeah.
Huh?
Can you use it?
Oh, everybody loved the meat I cut.
Everybody loves my meat.
That's a running joke with my friends. They're like, we're gonna go get Alex's meat. I was like, yeah, everybody loves my meat. At a fair price too.
because it was for free.
Yeah, sometimes. Like I would just cut the prices, man. That was fun.
Just killing them.
It was fun.
Yeah.
Just
killing.
they would just
haunt you.
The
The
kitchen
kitchen
will
will haunt you.
Not the killings, but the free meat. Yeah.
the free
The free meal will haunt you.
No.
No, but I'm saying like te van a dejar los patatas.
Las gallinas. Yeah. Every morning I wake up, I hear the cock-a-doodle doo in the fucking.
Nelly.
A lo mejor pues se les sube el muerto, se les suben todos los pollos.
Man, I do suffer a lot from sleep paralysis though. It's a fucking pain. Man. Yeah. Recently I had the worst one yet. I was just sleeping, right? And I always like feel like there's something behind you. I was like sleeping to the side with my back to the door or whatever, and I felt like something coming towards me. And boy, you can't move, you can't scream, you can't do anything. But I felt like a presence coming towards me from behind, and then I move my head a little bit. I can move my eye, and I see the top part, and then I see like a face, like come up on top of me and look at me, and I was just like, oh shit, I got fucking scared, because out of all the time I had sleep paralysis, I've never seen anything.
What did the face look like?
It just looked like a black face with just like white eyes. Like you could see their eyes. You know what I mean? Like the white.
Yeah, I understand. What you're
And I was fucking scared, man. I
That happened in your.
Cagando de miedo.
That happened in
That happened in your apartment.
Yeah, my apartment.
The new one?
The new.
Yeah, the new one. Well, I've always suffered with sleep paralysis my whole life. Always. But that's the first time I've actually seen something. A huevo. As soon as I woke up, me puse a rezar.
¿Y qué rezaste?
Virgencita que está. Por favor, mira, aquí está. Acá está. But honestly, I felt like I was gonna shit myself right there and then.
Down. Tell us when you
you have an experience you've had.
Scary wise. I don't think I have anything scary. Well, lately I've been hearing, like now, I hear somebody saying my name and it's nobody. Like today it happened at work.
Yeah.
I just keep hearing somebody talking to me. It's kind of like a woman's voice. But it happens more at work.
At work?
Yeah.
Mm.
And
Do you
Do you recognize the
woman's
woman's voice?
Yeah.
But it's like so clear because I thought I was playing something in my AirPods and it wasn't anything. I even took it out and I could still hear something talking to me.
I thought she was going crazy because we were sitting right there. We were on my laptop.
I thought he was like trying to prank me or
She
something.
thought I was trying to prank her. I'm like, no. She was like, I hear something like this ear, but she had the earphone on the other ear, so it didn't even make sense.
It's because here I had my AirPod in here. I had the earbuds testing. And then, but I took the earpod out because this is where I heard it and you weren't playing nothing anymore. So I just.
But when
If you said it was a woman's voice,
why did you confuse it with Alex?
Alex
I
is a
don't know.
DJ.
I don't know. He was like playing something on his phone or something. I don't know. Like maybe playing on the speaker because we have the speaker like on the sales floor. But I don't know.
Yeah, no. For me, I
I
think
think
I haven't
I
really
haven't really
experienced
experienced
nothing
nothing
recently.
recently.
It was
It was
more when I
more
used
when I
to live
used to
with
live with
my
my
ex-boyfriend
ex-boyfriend
at my
at my
ex-suegra's
ex-suegra's
house.
house.
That house
The
was
house was
something
something
else.
else.
We'd always
We'd
hear
always
like
hear like
baby crying
baby
in our
crying in a
room.
room.
Or there was
Or
one
there was one
night
night
when I used to
when I
work in
used to
fast
work
food.
in fast food.
I used to
I
always
used to
take
always take
burgers de
burgers.
ahí de la mi que quedaba and everything. So I would just make burgers y le llevaba una a mi ex-boyfriend y una para mí. And nobody was home. I think it was me and him and his mom. Pero su mom estaba en el cuarto, which is like on the side that we were on. So estaba en la house de la room de mi suegra. We were in the kitchen, and then más así está la sala, the hallway y los rooms. So you from the kitchen está la mesa, you can see like así como la mesa estaba así como ahí y se miraba para la hall así. So he would always sit like facing the hallway, and I would be facing like the window. So there was one time, yeah, we were eating, and out of nowhere, we just heard like someone call his name, like 3 times. Like at the first, it was not constantly, but it was like I'm not gonna say his name. I'm just make up a name. What name should I make up? Daniel. So Danny just looks at me, and I look at him, and I'm just like, "Did you hear that?" And then, so yo así como para los rooms allá, and nobody was over there. So that's where our room was, and then estaba el baño, and then the next room, but nobody was in that room. So we heard it the first time, we just looked at each other like, okay, whatever. We just ignored it, maybe we're tired. It was like 11 o'clock in the morning already. At night. So we were already tired, so we just kind of ignored it. And then, I want to say like 2 minutes later, we hear it again, but louder. And then we're like, what the hell? And again, we just kind of like just ignored it again. And then we heard it the third time, and it was just kind of like something's calling you, dude.
Before you moved in there, was it already like things happening like that? Like, did he ever tell you?
Yeah.
His mom would always tell me
She would always
hear like a baby crying in our room where me and him were staying
in the middle
room.
That baby crying that one time.
So
it was
his brother
and his
cuñada
that were staying
they
on
were
that
staying on that
last
last room at that time.
And they had just she had just
given birth to
the kid.
So
my
suegra would always think that it was
their baby
crying.
But there was
one night
that they weren't home. They went to a party.
Someone party,
and
it was just her.
And
she was alone. She was cooking. She was in the kitchen. Estaba cocinando. Y que nomás de repente oyó un niño llorando en el cuarto de nosotros.
And that
it kept crying.
And then she kept calling
the brother.
So, pero
they were in there.
And then she
just went to check the room, and nothing was there.
So it was mainly hearing stuff, but you never saw anything.
No, not
seen. Just heard
a lot of things.
Yeah.
There was one time. Well, physically, like a shadow or anything like that.
No,
not in that
house. Anyways,
but my mom, I would always
tell my mom.
And she gave us like a little bottle of agua bendita. Y la habíamos puesto en un jarrito así que tenía como era un angel or something. I don't know. And they had like a little vasito así. So I don't know if it's maybe like it dried out by itself that happens. But we put the agua bendita in that little cup. And then the next day we woke up, it was like completely empty. Dried out.
Nothing was there.
So I don't know if something like just
scientifically.
It's just
No,
evaporated,
like,
like-
hicieron la casa.
yeah,
With the same water that my mama gave me,
Oh,
they
like
did like
crosses
crosses on the doors and the windows and everything like that.
Did you do like sage?
No,
No sage.
no
sage,
just
just agua bendita.
But yeah,
But yeah, I don't know if
have you ever
seen anything
where
like that?
the
Where
wall water
bendita just dries out completely.
That's weird. That's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean that's
I know
like
whenever si dejas el agua así over time,
well, not
yeah,
but not overnight.
overnight.
Oh, not overnight. How full was it?
It was like
It was like this much.
no, it was
Oh,
like it was like
okay,
this
yeah.
much.
Even if it were a little bit, it would
It would
like.
dry out like
dry out like
Yeah, it
completely.
doesn't dry overnight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was
So I was like,
okay.
okay.
And then that
same night, I
poured more
poured
water
more
in it.
water in it.
And
And then the next day, did the
There was
same.
no water
There was
in
no
it.
water in it.
It's kind of crazy that so many people have like these like weird experiences that can't explain,
Mhm.
and there's still a lot of people that don't believe in that stuff.
Mhm.
But
it does
it does
exist.
exist. Just
I want to see
I want to see
because
people have seen
stuff like
stuff
that.
like that.
You know,
Mhm.
like psychics,
Yeah.
There's psychics that actually communicate with the dead and stuff like that.
And yeah,
Some people say like, oh, he was in
Dios.
Dios.
Like, you told us that you played the Ouija before.
Mm-hmm.
And never again.
Yeah, it's
What made you want to do it?
I've never done.
I don't know.
I don't know,
The
the adrenaline.
I don't know. I just was curious.
Curious.
It was
If it was
Curiosity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I did.
Like, remember back then the Charlie with the
Oh
pencils?
my god, man.
Did you think that was true or not really?
I never.
There would be like videos on the news about it. Salió en Alarma TV.
Oh my god.
I remember seeing it.
It's always the Hispanics that make a big deal of nothing. Remember the Momo game?
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, bro. That was such a meme.
Nomás les faltó un episodio de La Rosa.
Ándale. No, I think there was like
Sí, había uno,
yes, yeah, there was a video. There was a
De
video.
La Rosa de Guadalupe with the that challenge.
Yeah. I'm gonna leave that on. And
What other challenges there was with that stuff? I think it was just that.
yeah,
No,
yeah.
there was
was
another
another
whale.
When
When I was
Oh,
younger,
the blue whale,
estaba
yeah.
the
the whale.
Bloody Mary.
Yeah, Bloody Mary when we were when we were children. Never did it.
No.
What about you guys? Never did it.
Mm-mm. I think
I think
like
only like
scary hunt like
scary
that
hunt
that I
like that
did.
that I
was
did.
just
was
weird.
for Ouija board.
I do. I prefer not to mess with the dead. I prefer them to stay dead. No ghosties, please.
Did you do it with a group of friends or you did it by yourself?
Was that Londra?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I personally I would never do that stuff. I don't wanna.
I don't
I don't want to rattle no bones.
Don't recommend it. 0 out of 10.
Zero to 10 experience.
I'm a writer.
More writer.
So now that we're talking about like, do you guys believe like in tarot cards? People, I do not.
I
believe
believe
they're
they're
legit.
I know there's scams and fraud out there. They don't
Yeah.
They don't really
know what they're
The,
talking about.
the only time
If
they're legit, yeah.
the only time I've heard that somebody that went to go do that and actually came true was back when I was in college. I had a counselor, right, that I was pretty tight with, and she felt like there was something wrong with like her husband, or like something was going on with her husband. She went to go get like a tarot readings from this like psychic, right? And she went ahead and did it, and she told her like straight up, yeah, your husband's cheating. This will happen. And I went to go into her like to talk to her, right? Because she would like tell me, oh, you need to do this, you need to do that for school and everything. She told me about it. I was like, I wouldn't trust it. You know, I'm a very stereotypical person when it comes to that. I wouldn't trust it, man. Like, you know, and they work together too.
Yeah.
They work together, and he helped me out too with some stuff. So I was like, nah, I can't imagine him. He's too much of a good guy. Well, a couple months later, she found out, and she found out the funniest way. Her mom went to not 7, but like she went to like a gas station, and there was this girl that worked there, and apparently the wife came. I mean, not the wife, but her mom came in, and the husband was flirting with her, and well, the mom told her daughter, which was my counselor, and she told her, "Hey, I saw your husband flirting. I would do this, do that." Well, whatever. She hired a private investigator to follow him around. Yeah, follow him around.
That's crazy.
Follow him around. The pirate. He took a bunch of pictures. He took a picture of him going inside her house.
What? That's
Yes.
not like some ¿cómo se llama that show?
Cheaters.
Poniendo infieles.
Cheaters. Oh.
I don't think I've seen
Oh,
it.
you've never seen it?
I've seen
I've seen it.
I've seen Cheaters.
Yeah,
I've seen Cheaters.
But
But
yeah,
that was. I was like, oh wow, and she ended up telling me later, and I was just like,
Y luego cobran bien caro, ¿verdad? Me imagino.
The private
I would think so,
investigator.
Sale mejor gratis en TikTok. En el newsfeed.
Mhm. Yeah, that's. I mean, I was just stalking. You know,
Because there's the cards,
you
there's
can be your own private
rating.
investigator. Just follow the dude. You know,
That's true.
I mean, maybe
She's with the location on Snapchat.
There you
And
go.
put it
well,
on my
well, they
iPhone.
work together.
so
But
I mean, at the end of the day,
she saw
him
him
getting into what?
He went into
He
the
went
house.
into the house. You
the
said.
person
The person,
The
the
private
investigator.
investigator.
Uh-huh.
The
And
pictures.
going into the.
So even if
So
they
even if they
work
work
together,
together, that doesn't really mean anything.
because she could
She
check the location on
the
Snapchat
Snapchat
that
that
he's in the
house.
house.
or you could just
Or you could just turn it off.
seen
and
a-
not
I've
have
seen
it
a
on.
video.
Save some money.
Yeah, I've seen
a video where
your phone died.
I saw this video on Facebook where there was on Facebook on
Facebook
TikTok.
on
I don't
TikTok.
remember.
I don't remember which one it
I
was.
saw where this lady
this
was
lady
checking
was
like the
checking,
mileage on the car, the gas, how many gas he was wasting. Just like she would calculate like everything. How many miles it would take to work,
Some Sherlock Holmes shit.
Yeah.
and
then the gas he would weigh, so
he had
it
a cord like
he
he went this
he went
far,
this
this
far,
much
this how much gas
he's
he's
supposed to have, and
and
stuff
stuff
like
like
that.
that.
To make sure
he wasn't cheating.
Yes.
Yes.
I was like, that's too much.
That's too much.
Oh, if you can't trust him,
leave him, bro.
Mm-mm. That's not
Hallelujah.
Yeah.
All
Sing
dudes
it,
are
Sing it, sister, sing it.
all dudes are the same.
Like también have
No,
you
no,
been in
no.
location? Like just in case of an emergency, but that's over.
Yeah,
Checking mileage to gas.
Just that's crazy.
That's crazy.
Was he a trucker or no?
No, like
if
just go to
you
his
just go
job.
to his
I don't know what his job was. But she was just saying if his job is like 10 miles away, so this is how much gas he waste, and then he has to come back with that exact mileage from going
What if he just stops and gets like a bite to eat?
It's gonna be the same miles because
because he's not running.
What if he's
It
riding
is.
with someone else?
Well, I mean,
if
he
he
desvía a otro lugar,
then yeah.
but I mean, that's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying.
Like it's
I mean,
just,
yeah.
It's just gonna be
that's
that's
crazy.
It's a little bit too
It's
much.
a little bit too much.
Yeah.
That's
I can understand.
what
Like
he's trying to
that,
put
like
something
be
in.
on private investigators and cheaters.
Cheaters.
Que trabaje para ellos.
Yes,
FBI, ¿quién?
Yeah.
Como la Wendy.
Porque
Porque Wendy.
¿Yo por qué?
Porque she can find anything.
Oh, sí.
Oh, sí.
Yeah.
A ver.
Yeah, eso lo dice.
Encuéntrame algo.
No, es que you know how cuando quieres encontrar algo, ¿cómo dicen? El que busca encuentra, o sea, algo así.
Bro,
Bro, I can be searching for hours and not find what I'm looking for.
Because you're a dude.
You
You mainly
just
just
don't know.
No, I don't.
No, I
I
don't.
don't know.
It's something
Maybe
about
maybe
about
it's
man.
female.
Woman?
Yeah, female woman.
woman. Like,
If we try to
we
find
trying to
something,
find
we'll
something, we'll find it.
some way or
Some way or another.
And
Man, I guess you
don't
just
really,
don't
they're
really,
just like
kind of
kind of
overlook it like this, and that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the problem with this man.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
All men are
All men are the
Get-
same.
No, they're not.
Okay.
You're like, I promise.
I promise.
I'm
I'm a sweet boy.
Oh, okay.
We well, I live right next to like the Rio Grande, right? Right at the border. We always have like rumors or like people
Mhm.
claiming they heard pues, La Llorona, right next to Badia River. And well, I have a story. Ever since I was a little kid, I used to sleep right next to a window, and I would look outside the window, and I would always be like fucking scared of it. And I don't know why I did it. I guess it's just scary. I like scary stuff.
So you would sleep on next to the window on purpose just to scare yourself because you like that stuff?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
Maybe no, mejor.
Dilo.
Maybe that's one of the reasons you got sleep paralysis. Because te gusta el miedo.
Probably. But
Ahí sí, lo buscas y lo encuentras.
But to this day, I don't know if I was dreaming or if I saw something. But I could swear, I could have sworn that I saw a lady in like a white. And mind you, I live really close to the river, extremely close. Sometimes it floods where I live. When it rains a lot, it floods there.
You were like
walking distance from the river.
Yeah, honestly, I would see Border Patrol all the time. But one night I just saw like I heard like crying. I heard like crying, yawning, like screeches, right? And then I see a lady in a white dress, like just walking. Like I have a gate, but I saw like a lady in white just walk, and I heard her like crying and screaming and shit. And I was just like, what is this?
Pues mejor era una señora pidiendo trick or treat.
Halloween night.
And in summertime, yeah, for sure. But it was one of like the most scariest things I've ever felt in my life. And to this day, I still remember like very vividly. During that
Was
time,
it scary screaming?
Yeah.
yeah, it was like it was screeching. It was like that type of screech.
Like really high pitched.
Yes. Well, I didn't hear her say "mi hijos" or "my children" or anything, but I just heard her say like screech. And later on, I just like me tapé. I was like, oh, fuck this shit, bro. If they can't see me, if I can't see them, they can't hear me. Ideology.
Oh my god.
But I woke up later, like in the morning, todo, and then my mom tells me like, hey, como oíste algo? Did you hear something? And I was like, sí, ama. Yeah. I heard I heard screaming, and I think I saw a lady, and she was like, porque nosotros oímos muchas cosas en la noche. She was telling me que she heard the screaming too. Now the side I used to sleep at, it faces one side, and the side they sleep at, it faces another side. So they didn't see what I saw. So I told her about it. Y de repente, like right then, my mom. My mom just
no
like.
más de repente.
No, de repente.
Y de repente.
No sabo, ya sé.
Pero de repente.
Mira, estoy diciendo mi historia, no sé para que me juzguen, por favor. But later on, my mom made my dad build like a little shrine temple in the front of the house, the side I sleep at. Well, and it's a way to warn off bad spirits. So like in 2-3 days, the altar was finished. And I don't know if I have a picture on this phone, but I'm pretty sure I have it on my iPhone, that you can see the altar. And since then, like, ahí se quedó. No lo mueven, no nada. But, yeah. That was honestly one of, like, the...
Pues cuánta gente no se ha muerto en ese río también.
También, pues todos los que cruzan de México, everybody's trying to cross from Mexico, pues not all of them make it.
Quedan ahí todos los calaques ahí abajo.
And I know they found dead bodies before. A lot of the times, helicopters would just fly like over my house with the fucking searchlight. I found like 2 or 3 illegals before in my backyard. Nomás escondidos. Because I used to live like right next to a border.
No necesitas tan.
Nah, bro, I was like, córrele, córrele, ya vienen, ya vienen. They would just fucking run, man. But yeah, that shit was like the most horrifying thing I've ever felt in my life, I believe.
Yeah.
So you like scary stuff.
I feel like
The scary stuff from here, like US, is way different from Mexico.
Like I feel like
Mexico is like the worst,
like
haunted things,
Scary
scary stuff.
Brujas, duendes, las momias.
Like
it goes
into like another level.
There's also like this is like I've heard it here and there. Supposedly there's like a clown that just walks around in the middle of the night, and not like I live in the U.S. side, but I used to live in the Mexico side, and that's something like you would hear a lot is of a clown just like running the streets. Supposedly a long time ago, I want to say like the 70s, 80s, there was a circus that came in town, and there was a clown there, and he was doing a tightrope like act. He just fell and died. And ever since then, people will always claim like, oh, like they hear and see the clown just walking around. For a long time, when I was a child, I was terrified of clowns. Yes, and they do like this like little festival called Expo Mex. I don't know if you guys ever heard of it, but there was clowns, right? I would always be so terrified. If one would just look at me, I would hide behind my parents. I was a little kid. I was mortified of them. All the paranormal stuff that happens in our city, because apparently there's a lot. There's like there's a zombie. Supposedly there's a zombie buried in our graveyard, and there's an old hospital called. Well, I don't want to say the name. I don't know if people know where I'm from, but there's this old hospital there that it's been like it's supposedly haunted, and they do tours on the hospital too. They do tours on it all the time. And there's a bunch of stuff, but maybe that's why I like paranormal stuff so much. Is because I've lived in a city where it's a big thing there, and there's always something there, supposedly.
Yeah,
I think haunted stuff too.
I don't want to get scratched or break.
Well, I didn't want to get scratched or anything either. You know, I'm not like, come get me. No, I was just
Well,
like,
I know that's what I'm saying. Like,
you never
know.
know.
That's what I'm saying.
If you do it,
I guess
be
be
careful. And
careful.
I guess when you do it,
actually kind of put like a protection around you or something.
they later on told me that they usually go for the weakest spiritually in the room. So guess what, guys? I was the weakest spiritually in the whole.
The weakest link.
I was the weakest link. They went after me. They knew it. That's what they tell me, at least. I was like, whatever, man. My faith is too strong for these ghosts. They laugh because I'm not very faithful. But...
No, pero
Sí.
And then he zones out in the middle of the prayer.
Like,
Wait, what was I saying?
I've never actually read the Bible or anything. And not even a scripture.
Have you been
baptized?
I've been baptized.
Come first communion
confirmation.
No.
Just baptized.
Yeah.
So you're not
fully.
No, I'm not.
Blessed.
No.
But you consider yourself Catholic?
Yeah, I consider myself Catholic. I believe in Catholic ideology.
That's good.
That's good, I guess.
But you
Some live.
I mean, you don't have
I
to.
guess that's why they scratch you.
Porque no leí la
Trying to
Biblia.
get you to
Me dieron like,
Jesus in you, man.
they saw me like, I bet this kid hasn't read the Bible. Let's fucking get him. They're like, nah, that's ese güey está bien pendejo, no ha leído la Biblia. Vamos por él. But yeah, I mean, that's like all the crazy shit that's happened to me. Well,
You never gone to the Texas Chainsaw?
I've always wanted to go.
Have you been?
No.
You wanna go?
You wanna go?
Pictures.
You wanna go?
Yeah.
We should go.
Yeah.
We should go.
Yeah.
We should go, guys.
Yeah.
Hey. Next video, guys. Non-podcast video. We're taking a haunted trip around Texas. Well, I'm sitting here right now. It's gonna happen.
But not the
If we
next
get the
one.
dates,
Not the next one.
We'll decide when
decide
we'll
when
We'll
let
decide
you
on
know.
it, but I'm calling it right now. It's gonna happen. Not the next non-podcast video.
we'll get him to read the Bible before that, though.
I promise I'll read the Bible.
Or at
Yeah,
least
or at
touch
least
the-
touch the Bible.
Get you some holy water.
Give me some holy water. No. What do you mean? That's all I drink either way. All I drink is holy water.
whatever it is.
Whatever it is.
Ese se toma,
Si tomas, te
burns your throat
throat.
de lo que es.
De lo que es.
Haunted
Haunted que
estás,
estás, ajá.
No, that's insulting to me, man. What are you guys trying to say, huh?
We're just
I'm-
speaking
We're just
facts.
speaking facts.
You don't get scared like whenever you drive home, like because you drive at night and alone.
I love driving at night.
Me too.
Me too.
I love driving at
I don't
night.
know.
I don't know. It's just
Yeah, but
have-
like
It's
over there, it's much like carretera sola, no?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like you don't get scared.
No,
Because
just
like
put,
in the city, like it's nice.
just put my nighttime playlist and you're all good.
Que te salga ahí alguien caminando. Like,
So that'll be cool.
You know,
when
it comes to
when it comes to that,
le da miedo. He will be the one to stop and be like, "Hey, are you okay?" Yeah, ahí valió.
I ain't white. That's all I have to say. I ain't white, man. I'm not dying. I'm not dying first. I feel like that's something you would do though. It's because you're too nice. You're too nice.
yeah.
Yeah, you're nice.
I wouldn't stop for that.
You're the nicest person here.
I'll take the compliment. I don't think I would stop in the middle of the road sola. For that.
No, I think
What if anyone
what
would
makes her innocent
Just
is
a little
just
pussy, too.
pussy too.
Oh man.
So yeah, I believe in this. She wouldn't stop.
You would stop?
You wouldn't.
You
stop.
wouldn't stop.
No, but I'm asking you
Oh.
would stop?
I wouldn't.
No.
I wouldn't
No.
stop.
I think it
I
has.
think it has.
Dang,
Like it's just.
Like it's just.
I don't think.
I don't
it's.
I don't-
I don't think Sam's
I
gonna
don't
be a
think-
I
pussy.
don't think you have to be that smart just to stop. Like
So that's it for today, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video today. Don't forget to like and subscribe and make sure you hit that notification button.